Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
find our inner Rackham Shell,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're gonna go. I don't want to mess this up now. Lanisha and Xavier Henderson. Now, remember, I talked about Soul Full of Noise, that event we went to last weekend. Now, these are the creators of it. Now, Soul for Noise is a complete platform for the independent artists of today. They support and showcase the work of independent artists in every genre through their events and on their website. Their air quote sole intent is to spread the euphoria that only great music can provide. So this is a husband and wife duo, and they just had great energy. And like I said, it's called Soul Full of Noise. Or did I say it right now?
Yeah, I just said Soulful Noise.
Soulful Noise. Y'all should go look it up. Usually their events are on Eventbrite, and if you RSVP ahead of time, it's free. So you literally, all you got to do is put your name in your inbox, your name and your email, and you can walk into the event for free. So shout out to them. Y'all go check them out. It was a great time. Anyway, who was you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 249.
That's all wrong.
259.
Wrong again.
What number is it?
260.
260?
Yes.
No.
Yes, okay. Jesus.
It's not 269.
Jesus. What's wrong
Anyways,
with Nero?
be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review.
You're not going to acknowledge what episode number this is?
in Stitcher.
Okay, maybe it is 250.
Oh.
I thought it was 260, honey.
Oh, look at that. The black woman is wrong for a change.
But I admit it. That it was you talking about 249, 313. You just making up shit.
No, and then it's 260.
I thought it was 260.
Oh.
It's 259.
Anyways, it is Shout Out Friday.
Y'all niggas keep encouraging this behavior, and I'm not. I have no response. Mm-hmm.
Why you always hating?
Can you tell them where they can find us?
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's black with no K, A, Ella.
So checking in this week for this Friday. Can I just talk about how happy I am it's Friday? Y'all, that heat was so bad. I wasn't sleeping. I haven't been sleeping. It's been times. It was so hard. What was it? Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it was so hard for me to get up and go to work. I literally went up and got a dozen donuts to find some joy. And I was like, give me the dozen donuts. And I went into the my team and was like, y'all, it was either get these donuts or come to work grumpy. Like, it was just, have you just been tired, Miriam? Like, has it just been, and my whole team is tired. Like, everybody's not grumpy, but like, you know, when we in meetings, usually we're kind of a talkative bunch. And how are you doing? And new, and what's for lunch? And how the kids? How your dog? Where Mabel? We literally was in the room in silence, just enjoying the air conditioning.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Horrible.
And we're moving offices too. So everyone's in the process of cleaning up all their shit. People done got all types of shit stored. Snacks, shoes. Why people keep all this shit at their work desk?
Meanwhile,
people had shoes. I feel like they was pulling out shoes, panties, outfits, Amazon orders, books, mints, toothpaste. I said, what are you? I literally can pack my desk up in 3 minutes.
Meanwhile, Naomi ain't got no picture of me.
I don't got nothing.
Mabel, nobody.
I don't got nothing. Only way they know Mabel because they seen her walking by one day. They're like, you got a dog? I said, yeah, there she go. Come on, quickly. Come on, sit. No. But people really got the other stuff because they was like, Nyams, when is you going to pack? I said, child, I only need 3 minutes. Honestly, I don't even need a moving crew. They can say, did you need me to do it? I'm like, I got it. No problem.
So you just got a box full of shit.
I don't even got, honestly, I literally got 10 pens, a stapler, some lotion, lip gloss, hand sanitizer. I know why I got a stapler. And a butter opener.
A butter opener?
A letter.
Oh.
Y'all know why you know why I got those things? For protection. Did I already have that episode? For all the cubicle warriors, you keep a stapler, a letter opener, or a box cutter, and some scissors at your desk. I don't ever use that. We're a modern company. I don't need any of that. Ain't nobody printing papers. I always get that just in case somebody want to run up, get done up.
You gonna staple a piece
I'm gonna
of paper?
staple their ass. I'm gonna grab the scissors. You really need a box cutter. Fuck them up. The box cutter, you leave that in a little cabinet to your right or to your left, and you pull it open if they run up on you. People cut crazy at jobs. You run up on Nyambi though.
Nyambi got a nice little letter open.
Yeah, women, Take my advice. I always had it, and I be possessive about it too. Who got it?
Who the fuck got my letter opener?
Or my stapler?
Miami ain't received not a single letter at work. But she got a letter opener.
And the thing with the stapler, don't get them little plastic staplers. You got to get one of them old school, like heavy metal ones that'll fuck you up. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get the new age plastic one. Ask for one that's raggedy. Like, cause usually they try to give you the new one, but oh no, just go in the mail room or in the stock room or one of them cabinets. It's gonna be a heavy ass stapler. That's the one you want.
I want the heaviest stapler.
I want the heavy stapler. You can hear it just be like you know what I'm talking? Like if it fall on your feet, it's dangerous.
Miami got hole punches and shit, and the company is paper free.
Hold on, what'd you say?
Your ass got a hole punch in the stapler, and y'all company paper free.
You never know what you got. If we gotta survive, I got enough stuff. I got enough stuff to pass out to my whole team as weapons.
These niggas is paper free, and Miami got all these paper products. Yes, please. We're making an order at Kinko's.
What do you need? What you need from Office Max?
Yes, I would like a letter opener, a stapler, one of the metal heavy staplers. A heavy duty hole puncher as well.
One of them big. That is smart though, Niram, to get one of them big metal pole punchers. You could knock the shit out of somebody with them.
And then the secretary making this.
Because that's easy. It's a budget for that.
They said, what the fuck she doing? Order all this shit.
People don't even realize until they come to my desk and they see it. Because even the order, they just deliver, right? Because it's all automated. But when people come sit by my desk, they be like, oh.
Why you got this here?
They ain't ask. They just kind of look. I mean, it's an office, ain't it? I mean, we use paper.
Y'all
just not as much.
No damn paper.
Not as much.
Y'all even got printers.
Barely. We got like one on the whole floor. You got to look for it. Well, anybody seen a printer? One of my folks came to me and was like, Nyambi, how's in the fax? I said, where is the fax machine? Do we got phones? But y'all listen, y'all cubicle warrior, especially you women, you better have the way people cut crazy in these jobs. Run up and get done up. Like I said, I got enough weapons to pass out to my whole team. My team ain't going down. We ain't pussy.
Oh my God.
I'm like, here, take it. Take it, Monica. They come around that corner and you hit the shit out of them.
Use it like a baseball bat.
In the end, it's just going to be Nyambi and her team who made it. My check-in. I'm sorry. I don't have... Look, on that note, I did go to therapy. That seems like a bad segue. Trust issues. My therapist always hits me in the throat. We didn't actually talk about nothing too... We actually talked more about Niram and I. And she actually recommended, and this is probably what we'll do. We probably, I don't know if your therapist recommended it. She recommended we find like a couples therapist too. Mm-hmm. So that's actually something that we used to see a therapist. It's been a while though, haven't it?
It's been a while since we've seen couples therapists.
Yeah, maybe about 5 years since we've seen it. 5-6 years. Yeah. So it might be time to go like for some maintenance. So nothing crazy or anything, but like some of the stuff I said, she was like, "Oh, is that how that happened?" I'm like, "Yes, bitch. Like, what you want me to repeat it? Like what?"
No, I be having some disordered views.
I am not. What? What is disordered? What quadrant you putting that in?
I'm not putting it in no quadrant.
I'm saying that because Niram therapist gave him some homework.
I'm not putting it in no quadrant.
And some quadrants and how he feels and his energies.
Nyambi sometimes it's distorting shit.
I don't distort a motherfucking thing.
She do.
It is life. So just talking with her, like rethinking, like I think Niram and I probably gonna take the next couple of weeks to think like if we're gonna go visit, not if we are, when we're gonna go see like a couples therapist, kind of what we need, what are we seeking to get into that, right? Because we're not necessarily having conflict, but I think it's just how the way she explained it and that I took it is that our what was the word she used? Our relationship is at a shifting point. Mm-hmm. And as we're going through the shifting point, it's just important to make sure it's super tight, right? Because during that shifting point, right, you become tighter, you can become looser, right? And making sure that we're really, really focused on that and making sure we're speaking the same language and making sure, right? Because I think what's so important about me and Niram continuously seeing a therapist is that we got together so young, right? And for us to survive, or anybody in relationship that you got with someone young, since you're both kind of growing and evolving, right? It's so important to make sure you grow and evolve together and not separately, right? So I think both of us are professionally, personally evolving, and we just have to make sure our relationship is personally and professionally evolving in that certain way, right? So things that we did, we've been together almost 13 some years, stuff that we did 13 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, like that's no longer acceptable, right? And are we living in some of those norms still, and how do we work through that? Does that make sense? Or nah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's it. And then also, I don't know, my therapist was just telling me to get just very clear on what my needs and expectations for folks around me. And I thought I always was pretty clear.
You're not.
But she said, no, you can get even clearer. Because I think sometimes I associate with being clear with being, I can be brass. It's like I get to the point where I'm really warm and I'm welcoming and I'm very diplomatic. I think some friends describe me as that.
You are.
But when you don't understand that diplomatic, is that the word? I go from that to, listen, bitch. Right? Like, I can't go from being very diplomatic to Detroit girl, it's so cold in the D. Right? Like, it ain't no Washington, D.C. in the middle. Like, what's the middle of D.C. or DMV? I don't know. Like, there's no middle. And I need to figure out how to be clear and work in that middle space instead of saying, hey, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. Get it together. But therapy, how y'all therapies going? I hope y'all seeing it. I know some of y'all made New Year's resolution. First of all, can we say that in a couple weeks we will be 6 months to the new year? What the fuck have y'all accomplished? What have you done to love yourself? What habits have you changed? What year are you in a 52-week savings challenge? How much money you done snuck out to go to Taco Bell?
Are you going backwards or are you going
forward? If you start taking that money, let me get this little piece of change back. It's just the way that time is moving, y'all. You know what? Parents ain't lie. Like, I think it was a meme on Instagram and they were like, remember when you was younger, can't wait till you get older. Now we done got older, look at us. Just pitiful. Anyway, your turn there.
I went to therapy too.
That's what I said. Do they offer dog therapy? You think Mabel needs therapy?
Yeah, Mabel probably needs some therapy.
Yeah, she a little clingy. Mabel actually shifting her allegiance to me a little.
Because you give her snacks and you sleep with her. Of course.
I do not sleep with her.
Yes, you do.
Listen, be very fucking clear.
Naomi's turning like in white folks.
I am not. No, be clear.
Be in the bed, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mabel's not in the bed. What it's been 100 degrees. Mabel, Niram finally figured out this air conditioner we had in. Did I tell the story already?
Yes.
Well, anyway, the air conditioner worked, right? But it's a little portable one, so it don't heat up the whole apartment. So we got to sleep in the living room. So we're like sleeping on the couches. And I let Mabel sleep on the couch with me. Niram said that's her sleeping in the bed with me.
It is.
That is not.
And then Naomi left.
Can we let our dog come on the couch? She can't sleep in the bed, but she could come on the couch.
And then Naomi one night went to the bedroom, and I woke up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, because I couldn't. I was having anxiety or something.
Lo and behold, who in the bed with Naomi?
She did. She snuck in there. She snuck in there, though.
And then I'm over here trying to get Naomi a hug, and Mabel got the nerve to bark at me.
I think you scared her. You woke her up. Mabel be riding with me at night, because y'all know I be night eating. And during this heat wave, did I mention that it was so hot, I got up in the middle of the night and ate a popsicle? Did I tell you that, Daryl?
Yes, you told me that.
Did I tell them that?
No.
Y'all, it was so hot that it was like 2 a.m. And I was like, I'm so hot. I'm drinking water. I'm not cooling down. I looked at Mabel. She looked at me. I said, yeah, me too, sis. And I went and I literally ate a popsicle with the freezer door open. And all I hear, that's Mabel coming around the corner judging me. It was so hot. But no, Mabel, I don't know why she become my ace bone. I don't know why she snuck in that bed. Because, like, I don't know. Niram was kicking. The wind. Actually, no, I got cold. Believe it or not. Last night, Niram had this air on Antarctica.
It's not on
and
Antarctica.
I was like, can we turn it down a little bit? Like, because it's literally a portable air conditioner. The air is literally blowing in a straight line to us. And here Niram just comfortable taking it all in. And I'm like, shit, I'm cold as hell. To the point where, you're so cold you can't sleep. Like the cold was my feet was cold. I said, I got to get the fuck out of here.
I've never been that cold.
And so I went up and I just laid across the bed and was like, well, I'll defrost. I only got a couple more hours, so I need to wake up. So by the time I defrost, it'd be time for me to go anyway. I didn't even know Mabel snuck in because she was getting the air too. So I didn't even know she was really in the bed till you come in talking about who in the bed with you. I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody sneaking no nigga in here. It's hot. It's too hot. All that fussing.
But you snuck another bitch in the bed.
Oh my God. Choose me. But what did you when you seen her?
Literally and figuratively.
When you seen her, what you thought?
I said, what the hell is this shit?
What?
That's why she changing alliances.
Because she likes sleeping in a soft bed.
That and she like all the human food that you give her.
I don't only give her like chips and peanuts.
You give her ass all the human foods.
I give her peanuts.
I swear to God, if Ned will get diabetes, it's all your fault.
I'm gonna come on this podcast hollering.
It's all your fault.
I'm gonna come holler.
I'm blaming you because only thing I feed
Mabel. High blood pressure, not diabetes.
Either or.
She don't really like sweets.
If she get metabolic syndrome, it's all your fault. Because only thing I give her ass is dog food,
and
kibble.
Carrots. I give her carrots too.
Sometimes carrots.
She loves frozen carrots, y'all.
I give her ass a dog bone and kibble. But Nyambi giving her ass chips, fucking Takis, peanuts, cashews. Maybe you like watermelon? You black like us. Watermelon.
She like watermelon.
Just giving her everything. Had a piece of chicken and said, I'm going to leave a piece for Mabel. I can't even cook bacon without her being like, you cook a piece for Mabel? No, nigga. This is human food. She gets no bacon.
You can't get a piece of bacon.
No. Get these dog treats.
Oh, you hate when I ask that? I do every Saturday when I cook bacon. I cook an extra piece for her. I noticed you don't. I thought you just forgot.
No.
You don't on purpose.
Yes, I don't on purpose.
That's so fucking rude.
And then you be like, why she always around me when I'm trying to eat in peace? Because every time you eat, you give her ass something. Hey, I go too. And then I am be like, this the last time I'm giving you something. Mabel come back. You want some more chips?
Come on now.
Ooh, you like salt and vinegar chips too, Mabel?
Some of the chips she ain't gonna learn one day. She like them Takis though.
Mabel got hot sauce on it. You might not like it. Mabel still eats it. It's not funny.
What's how therapy go, dear?
Therapy when I got some homework. Now y'all be over here talking about which quadrant it is because my therapist gave me this matrix shit.
What's the matrix broken down to now?
It's about to be. She really didn't give it directions.
I think you're lying.
No. It's like things I care about.
In one quadrant.
Things that I could be doing to like fall in line with the things I care about.
You could be doing or you are doing.
The things I could and should be doing.
So you're not actively doing. It's just
things I could be doing. Like, call my mama, call my sister.
Okay.
So things I could be doing to fall in line with the things I like. Thoughts and feelings, emotions. That I tell myself or people tell me, and then things that don't make my life good. And then I'm supposed to be in a certain quadrant, and I'm supposed to make note of it. So, got that going on.
Yeah.
So, got that going on. Forbes did their hip-hop list.
Forbes?
Yeah,
Forbes do hip-hop?
Yes.
You niggas is taking advice from Forbes?
So, Forbes did the richest rappers, top 5.
Oh, richest. Oh, okay. I thought there was something else. Yeah.
So, at number 5 is Drake, 150 million. Then it's Kanye at 240. Diddy at 740 million. Dr. Dre is still at 800 million.
Dr. Dre still coming in with money. Is the beats really that like that?
Yeah. Yep. And then, Jay-Z at 1 billion.
Wow. Hold on. What's between him? So again, 7. What's the number?
800 million with Dr. Dre.
Okay.
And then 740 million with Diddy.
Oh, Diddy gonna lose his mind when he hit a billion, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
He's gonna hit it.
This nigga gonna try to buy something.
He's good. Not Jay-Z. Jay-Z made us proud with the billion, but Diddy gonna make us smile. What?
Diddy gonna
do nigga shit.
Diddy gonna bring back the all-white party, and this nigga gonna have polar bears there. And don't y'all be trying to fuck that toilet bear either.
Diddy gonna make us smile when he hit his million, honey. He gonna be doing all type of Diddy bopping, and I'm gonna be right there with him. Good for them.
So, that's going on. I don't know if you knew, but the hearing on reparations is back for the first time in a decade.
You want these reparations?
It's gonna happen.
Keep enlightening us. I'm trying to just be neutral on it.
Look,
so when I gotta sign up for mine, I'm ready.
Oh, you know what they said? You know how black people like it'll never be a black president, and then here comes
That's
Obama.
why I said, let me know where I sign up for mine. Let me know where I put my email.
There ain't gonna never be no reparations, but guess what? Here they go. And so Danny Glover and Ta-Nehisi Coates is supposed to be set to testify about this reparations hearing for slavery at Capitol Hill. It's been about a decade, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when the last time it happened. But they're doing it because of Juneteenth. So it's going to it's going to coincide with Juneteenth. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm excited for Juneteenth this year.
So, they got a bill that they might go ahead and slide through.
Child, the president only want Harriet Tubman on the $20. They ain't giving us no reparation.
Man, we get those Tubmans and we get reparations? Nigga.
He said, you ain't getting them Tubmans while I'm here.
I want those Tubmans. I want all my reparations money in Tubmans. You give me those tubs.
Shout out to, why ain't y'all tell me it was a Harriet Tubman movie coming out?
What? When?
Harriet Tubman movie coming out in November 1st. It's called Harriet. Like not Cold Black.
Like big screen Harriet?
Like big screen, like Cinemark, AMC Regal Theater.
What? Is Ava doing it?
Nah. Actually, I don't know who doing it. That's probably bad. But it's Cynthia.
Does Barry Jenkins do it?
No. Type it in. Harriet. I don't know who's doing it. Why ain't y'all tell me? I know I love it. I'm making that a movement.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet? Danerum just type in Harriet.
Yeah.
Why don't you just type in Harriet the movie, Danerum? I don't.
Not gonna be. Hey.
Danerum said Harriet.
I just typed in Harriet.
See it's coming out? It's called, what's his name? Cassie Lemons is directing it.
Yeah.
See, it's a focus feature. Like, that's the main one. And what's that girl, Cynthia? Whatchamacallit? It's Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
That's it. I'm kind of mad that the girl who played, the woman who played, Jesus, I can't get it up. What's wrong with me? Underground.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Oh.
I had in my head she was Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
Right? But I'll get through it. I'm so excited about it.
She should play Harriet.
Right? Ain't that ever since that Underground? Oh, I'm so pissed Underground ain't coming
back.
back.
Fucking WGN.
We supposed to be watching season 3 now. If not 4? Wait, has that not been on in 2 years?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Oh my God. Can we bring
Man, it was
back?
so good.
Auntie Oprah, you hit Jay-Z.
Oprah said it was too expensive for her.
Jay-Z. Look, as soon as a nigga get sent over a bill.
Jay-Z, can you bring back?
Can you bring back Underground?
Look, put it on Tidal. Make it a Tidal exclusive.
Ooh, now, if you made that a Tidal exclusive, I will do it for a month. I would wait till the season. And I come back every month, once a year.
Y'all need to be on Tidal now. You get it 3 months free.
It's 3 months free?
So, yeah, so you can listen to that Prince CD.
I got to do better with Tidal. I got to say, I have been lagging when it comes to the Tidal. Anyway.
And last thing before we get out of here.
Can we talk? I'm sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'm
working. Before we get out of here, then what's the check-in?
I know, but I'm working on something, y'all. Y'all about to have something real soon.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He ain't the lookout.
You know that survey?
For the Black Love
He really
Matters
been doing something with it.
Family.
Because I wasn't believing him.
Black Love Matters Family coming soon.
It's going to be more interaction. It's going to be too much accessibility.
It's going to be dope as fuck.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Get your coins ready.
Not a lot of coins, but just a couple.
Get your pennies ready.
Yeah, get your pennies ready. Ain't coins. Get your pennies. Get your latte money ready.
Get ready for the Black Love Matters
happy hour money
family.
ready. We know we ain't gonna break y'all. Y'all know we ain't in that. But get your happy hour latte money ready.
Get ready for the Black Love Matters family. That's all I'm gonna say for now.
It's gonna be really good. Can we talk about Pose?
Yeah, we can talk about Pose.
And are we in Pillow Talk now?
Yeah, you can make a Pillow Talk.
Season 2 of Pose came out on Tuesday, Wednesday. I am here for Pray Tell. I am here for Blanca. I am here for the education when they did that. What is it? The ACT UP movement, or when they all went to that church and they laid down to die in, honey. Yeah. I am here for them teaching the children and everyone their history. I am here for the fucking looks, the storylines. I'm here. This is good acting. This is good storylines. Can I give appreciation and due respect to Pray Tell for reading the fuck out of Electra? She said, you keep running. I'm sorry. Pray Tell said, you keep winning all these motherfucking trophies, but we need you out in the streets with a K, fighting for the kids, moving the movement forward. And Electra thinks she too good or she's scared. Wait, no fool.
What?
What's it go?
Wait, no fool. I don't know.
That's what Electra is.
I don't know what the hell.
I'm trying not to give too much away because it's still early. I want y'all to go watch it, but it was beautiful. Finally, Blanca's kind of coming to terms that she is HIV positive, now has AIDS, right? Like before, I was going to bring that up, right? Last season, and I know she was working through for her children, right? But you still got to take care of yourself, right? Because she came in that doctor ultra confident, talking about, I know I'm feeling good. I'm sleeping for, and I'm eating my Flintstone gummy bears or my vitamins. I said, wait a minute, Blanca.
You don't need some more than
You need some more than Flintstones, honey. right? And I think that was the first time she kind of like came to terms with it, right? And really was willing to work through it, right? And I think they even showed the background of when like the richer folks, the richer gay like white men who would have AIDS would have access to certain medications. And what they would do, instead of throwing those medications away, they would give it to certain doctors and clinics and people for the folks who couldn't afford this medication, right? Because if you think medication was high now, back in the 80s it was outrageous, right? So it'd be like 10, 12 pills for $500, $600, $700, just because they didn't want people to have access to it, right? Like it's that's the enemy wants you to do. Oh, this illness is affecting a certain population we don't give a damn about. Well, let it kill itself, right? You know what I'm saying? Let them air quote kill themselves out, right? That's some sneaky shit that really the government didn't let on too much. Honestly, I ain't gonna do it because I get to go down the roads.
You're already there, bro.
I get to go. I get to go deep down the road, right? It don't hit the fan until it start affecting them. Right, but didn't start affecting. Now we need to do research and all that other stuff. So, where do we even pick up? I feel Angel, sis, stop letting. Actually, no, it's not stop letting. I wish these white men stop fetishizing her. Like first of all, she's a sucker for a white boy, and second of all, like she's just like a magnet for these piss poor, abusive, white, toxic men. But when Poppy whooped that photographer's ass, I ain't usually for an ass whooping, but I was there for Poppy. I'm honestly there for Poppy and Angel to get together. I feel like it's chemistry there, and I don't know why they keep blocking it. I don't know if it's too much like brother, sister, like two friends on it, but I'm there for that. There's a little black boy who get on my nerves. He say anything this episode?
Damon.
I think it was the preview. He was just mad that his old, I don't know, I guess that's his boo, went to the Albie Shore he went on the road with them, right?
On tour.
And I guess he's surprised he fucked other niggas. Duh. He's a hoe.
And you got the nerve to fuck me without a condom?
Yeah, that's what hoes do. and then I'm like, what you mean he fucked you without a condom? Sir, did you tell him to put it on? As many penises in the room as what?
Many condoms.
But it was just, what did you thought about? Oh, and also even the opening, I'm talking so much of even how they had like the island of all the folks who were like unidentified and had AIDS, right? And they were just burying people in these mass graves, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know, like, oh,
that was crazy.
My heart. And again, I knew this history, but seeing it in play and action, it's like, what is the genocide is happening?
Right.
Right? Like, it was absolutely horrible. But so much education. Like I knew a lot of it, but I learned a lot of it. The acting was sick. The outfits was sick. The makeup was sick. If y'all not watching Pose,
I don't know what y'all doing with y'all life.
What you think? What you thought about it now?
That was a good episode. Like I really enjoyed that episode. I like Pose.
That came back strong.
Yeah.
Usually folks don't come back strong in that first episode.
The thing with Pose, because they wrapped it up so much in the bow last season, like that, because they didn't know if they're gonna be back or not. That they did. They
said, we don't know if we ever gonna let this back on the
right.
Screen,
It's like they don't know if this is gonna come back, but we're gonna wrap this whole storyline, this whole arc narrative is beautifully done.
And then they came back with a whole new one that I'm like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. So now you even mentioned like the whole Vogue thing and like Madonna and shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was gonna bring up.
But
Madonna stole it.
Stealing from the culture and shit.
Stealing for the motherfucking. I'm pray tell. This ain't no shit new. He said every generation got it. Right, this just gonna be, and I argue it do. Right, what was our intergenerations? Look, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. What, Gaga?
Yeah.
Come on. At least she put a little bit more advocacy than Madonna did, but still, she did absorb that culture. I want to ask folks that identify in the LGBTQ community if, like, during Pride Month, do they be sick of them white women coming there dressed as rainbows? Because it bothers me, and I'm not. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, just the invasion of space and just treating it like a party. And it is a party. It is a celebration. But, bitch, know your lane.
But, white people do that for everything, though.
Know your lane as an ally and an advocate. Sis, like...
I think colonizers are just up for dressing up in something.
Yeah, like, honestly, that's why I don't go to any of the Pride events. Because I get so distracted by the white women. That I know I have, like, resting bitch face. And they're like, why did this black woman come here? To scowl.
It's Pride.
And it just bothers me. And I don't know if that's just a me thing. So, community, y'all let me know. Or maybe it is about the fellowship and you want the allies and everybody and the advocates coming in dressed in the rainbows and all that. But when I see the white movement coming, I'm like, here they come, honey.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to go ahead and do that for Juneteenth. When the white people gonna be dressing up in Juneteenth flags.
I had to check somebody on, not my team, but my extended team. We're doing like a little retreat, and they was like, "Oh, we can have a theme. We have it like talk about leadership, like tacos, about leadership." This is me. Look, and I was like, you know what I responded? I said, I like the idea of having a theme or some type of, like, what did I say? Spirit, or I forgot what I said to gauge this retreat. However, talk about leadership can get real racist real quick, and I prefer us not to go there. And what did?
Oh, I'm sorry. Because we start saying racist.
I said I could go real. Maybe I didn't say racist. I said I can get real toxic very quickly. Let's not. But we can have a taco bar for lunch. I am up for that. Because all I see now is niggas and sombreros and not Nyambi.
It's going to be like that Go Loco video.
Because the thing is, they're not going to be able to have the couth in the discipline to just say, oh, talk about leadership, right? They're not going to have the discipline to just keep it about a taco. They're going to start adding accessories and identities and people and accents and sayings. It ain't just going to be about tacos. I wanted to be like, the taco we thinking is Americanized, but okay, come on. But not Queen Sugar. We're going to talk about that too, but Pose was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was dope.
I loved it. You want to talk about Queen Sugar?
I didn't. Did you? I fell asleep.
We're going to come back and talk about Queen Sugar on Monday.
I fell asleep. You can talk about it, though.
Can we talk about Ralph Angel?
What about him?
I mean, him.
Well, talk. What you got to say about the nigga?
I mean, just him.
Okay, what about him?
His teeth are white.
Okay.
He's still Blue Daddy.
Okay.
He's only 23.
Yep.
No,
anything else?
No, we'll talk about it for real on Monday. But all I can say is Nova, girl, you in danger. The thing at first, I was Team Nova. Like, why they tripping over this book? Let Nova live. I ain't realized Nova's putting shit in here that is like got people looking crazy.
She's shaming devils. She doing all that
doing
shit.
more than to shame the devil. I said, well, sis, if you're gonna do it like this, maybe you should have did it as like a fiction. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like a story loosely told about my family. Right? So if someone comes to you and be like, is this your family? You'd be like, yeah, some of the stuff is real, but it's fiction. So we juiced it up a little bit. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's the truth, right? You can be like, oh, it's just reimagining of, right? It's some creative fluidity to it, right? Like, it might not have happened to that way, but that's how it happened in my head, right? Like, do you know, like, But no, talking about, yes, this is a memoir of my family, detail to detail. All I seen was the clip when Charlie Baltimore West, no, what was her name? Charlie Borderline West was like, who's Charlie Baltimore?
That from Murder Inc.
Oh, when Charlie Borderline West was on the phone in her Jeep talking to her lawyer, talking about, I need a cease and desist.
Immediate cease and desist.
She talking about her sister so weak and stupid that she hold up the patriarchy and white supremacy because she light skinned and her mama was a hoe. I said, wait, Nova. This is me. I got to do it like Mabel. Nova. And then she gonna say, Ralph Angel so fragile in his masculinity that instead of admitting that child wasn't his, he just went in years in denial to pretend like Blue was his. Fuck. Aunt Vi is just falling to pieces. I was like, God, like she just read and don't know what love is or don't know what she is outside of the 4 blocks of St. John's Corner and making peach pie like Angel Mama. God damn, Nova. I hope you mentioned you was fucking white men too and selling weed. And he a cop.
I thought we wasn't talking about Queen Sugar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's cool.
But shit, Nova. Because at first I was like, damn, let Nova tell it. I'm thinking she gonna tell it nice and Dr. Seuss like. No. There was the sister. My sister had a rough time. My sister divorced. Yeah. It's ways to sell the same story without using so many verbs and adjectives. I think Nova had way too many adjectives in there.
Well, you know how she talked.
I said way too many adjectives, Nova. Like you need more concise language. Like now I became a PhD advisor. Make this concise. Cut this in half.
Using
just say your sister divorced, her husband messed around. Then.
No.
She said you were part of the patriarchy and the white supremacy.
She said that?
And yes.
Oh.
I made up the light skin part, but I'm sure it's coming. See,
the exaggeration of Nyambi.
But it was raw. Like, don't put it this way. Me saying talking about light skin and mama and all that privilege, that's lighthearted compared to what she said. Like, she was basically saying that Charlie Borderline West is basically a white man, is a black woman in disguised as a black man. Does that make sense? Or a white man disguised as a black woman. That's basically what she said.
What's that quote about? Somebody mama told them to marry a rich white man. She said, no, mama, I became a rich white man.
Share. Oh. Yeah, that's Charlie.
That's Charlie Barton.
Like, basically he's saying you're doing things that a racist old white man would do, but you're doing it in the cover of a black woman. That's what, no shade. That is exactly what that fucking passage said. And that was like, fuck. And then all you know how Charlie get to huffing and puffing and one tear fall because she was at a gala. And what a white feminist reporter do? Ask the question. Mm-hmm. And then she like, I'm here to talk about sugar canes and being the first sugar cane. And then the woman got even clearer. And then everyone started bringing their phones out. I said, look at these black. Put your phones down. Charlie Borderline West, you don't got to answer shit. Get out of here, sis. Anyway. But she was wrong for.
And please send me my per diem.
Charlie I want my per diem. And then Ralph Angel, Charlie Borderline West had to call Ralph Angel, like, you read the book? And he was like, nah, I ain't read it. She said, please don't read it.
And what this nigga go do?
Go read it. No, never.
Now you know, you never tell niggas
not to go
do something. You
honestly, if it weren't for that reporter, the whole family probably wouldn't have read it till it went on the New York bestseller until they was on the Today Show and they panned it to him. Is this your family? Is this the sister as a white man? Is this, or poor Blue, honey? Hopefully he don't watch television.
Blue gonna read the book.
Because,
Daddy, what this
Daddy, you ain't my daddy.
You ain't my daddy.
Daddy. No, Papa.
Papa? Who's my real Papa?
Some nigga.
Are you my Papa?
Oh my God. Is that a book? No, it's Are You My Mother? And Darla, hoeing ass. Oh my God, Darla got on my, I'm not supposed to talk about the episode. Rock, can I talk to you? Yeah, what you want, Darla? Can you pick him up tomorrow? First of all, bitch, you just fought tooth and nail to get time with him. Now you need him back. Fine. Yeah, I can do what's going on. It's her personal. I'm right. What's more personal than Blue? I'm going on a date, right? Oh, really? First of all, right, you done dated how many bitches? Where's that Asian girl at?
I don't know.
Sit down. Darla. Sis, is you together yet? Anyway. And then Nova at the end now she going to the grave of her daddy. Somebody need help. You do. That's what I do about the ancestors. Yeah, you do. It's gonna be a rough one. If I'm looking down your road, you got a couple rough paths coming.
Oh my God.
It is gonna be a rough one. Stay prayed up.
Well, that sounds like a good show. I need to go ahead and finish watching.
You need to finish watching it. We'll bring it back Monday, see if Niram has some opinions on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple other things that's on the docket. They finally got rid of the lead prosecutor that was at Columbia teaching.
It took Columbia that long.
Shout out to the Black Law Student Association. They finally got Elizabeth Letter.
Bye, bitch.
To resign.
Why didn't she resign?
I don't know.
Cause she old as fuck, right? She got to be old as fuck. I would have honestly, if I was anyone a part of this, as soon as I heard this was coming out, I would have got the fuck out of Dodge.
Elizabeth Letter, or whatever her name, Letterer.
Yeah.
Who was a lecturer at Columbia University, stepped down on Wednesday.
Yeah, I would have got that. But that's just the audacity of white people.
Yeah, they thought they was gonna stick around for this shit.
Like they knew this shit was coming. Honestly, I would have went ghost before all this shit hit the fan and changed my number. And I would have put up on like something on my social media, like everyone be free, be blessed, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people could have got away from this and lived their best life.
So members of the Black Law Student Association spearheaded this movement on campus.
Oh, did they go run up and get done up?
Yes.
Good.
And got her ass the fuck out of there.
Yeah, because what the administration gonna push back and say? Shit. Did they release a statement? Who released a statement? Columbia did, I'm sure.
Well, you know, the black law students did.
What'd they say?
We are pleased to announce with recognition there is so much work to be done. We hope with the work of administration, faculty, students to implement mandatory training for all faculty. So they went for everything. They did inclusivity. They did every fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, is there a class about this? Right? Like this class, like what happened to the exonerated 5, right? there should be some type of cultural competency, unconscious bias, like that should be in the curriculum of law schools,
especially for
like how do you navigate that space, right? Since it's been this historic and systematic oppression done to underrepresented populations, like there's no course or anything to bring light to this, to bring awareness to this, to be able to catch these trends, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that should be a required class for that's almost like an ethics course. That should, honestly, that's where it needs to start coming to, like that should be like almost a required ethics course for a lot of different professions, right? I'm even thinking the medical field. I think for the medical fields, I think lawyers, I think teachers, right? Where it's just this unconscious bias and stuff that's really deep rooted, right? Because you got to get to the point where you're changing mindsets, right? And you can't change mindsets through 50-minute trainings, right? Like you really have to put things in folks' face and unpack it and have conversations and present it in different ways. But shout out to y'all, black lawyers, social
black law
niggas.
students.
Yeah, good for y'all. Good you pack push back. What'd you say? What'd I call them?
Black niggas.
What's black nigga lawyers? Thank y'all.
So next thing on the docket. Did you see there is 20 candidates that's about to be on this damn?
No, I done told you in the Black Love family, I'm not really checking into about July and August. I'm not checking in.
How the hell do you have 20 people debate at once? 20.
I almost said something really. They doing it on Twitter or what are they?
No.
We upvoted? What we doing? Thumbs up and hearts?
I don't know how the fuck they're going to have all 20 of these
How
niggas.
long is this going to be on television?
I don't know.
Is this like a thon? Remember like Jerry Lewis thon?
No.
Phone-a-thon?
No.
What channel?
ESPN. I don't know.
Nigga, I was about to say VH1.
So
like a Love and Hip Hop reunion. I need them all on couches.
So they named 20 presidential candidates who qualify to appear on stage later this month for the first primary hearing.
I would like it to be like a Love and Hip Hop reunion show where everyone comes really dressed up. And it's like somebody who's going to mitigate in the front. Like who's going to be the middle person?
So I guess there's two ways you can like qualify to be a candidate. So either by like fundraising or polling. So if you raise enough money, you can qualify, or like through the pollings.
Never mind.
Don't say.
That's kind of crazy.
So they either need.
That's such a American thing.
So they either need at least 65,000 unique donors with a minimum of 200 different donors in at least 20 states, or at least 1% of support.
Who comes up with this shit?
I don't know.
Who comes up with this shit?
So it's gonna be all the NBC stuff.
NBC.
Yeah.
I wish it was on VH1. They're not reaching the millennials. I told you, I'm not really interested. Ask me again, y'all. Probably right around August 1st.
Two more things.
Yeah.
This shit saddened me. So the prosecutors dismissed all criminal charges in the Flint water case.
You see how they did that quietly?
So the 8 people who had been charged was like the former health department.
That's not enough. Honestly, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out the rest of the people. Well, like 8 people was like on the hook for this shit, right?
Yeah. Because it passed by somebody's desk. Like for it to get to this level, before it got to this level where everything was contaminated, I'm sure they done got whiffed to this 10 years ago. Right? Like whatever doing the inspection was like, oh, you probably need to get this changed some. And they, for whatever reason, kept passing it until we reached this point. Mm-hmm. But they dismissed it. So they got nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was not a determination of the defendant's criminal responsibility. Rather stems from concerns and investigations.
And you know what? I honestly could live with that. I could live with them just resigning from their position and maybe like their pension or something affected, right? If Flint had clean water. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Flint still ain't got clean water.
Clean the fucking pipes, right? Like, that's the resolve I want. I'm not even that interested in people going to jail. I'm interested in people having clean water. Clean the fucking pipes. That's what I'm interested in. Right? Like, I'm not interested. These people spending 10, 15 years in jail is not serving me. Right? What it will help me is for those folks to have clean water. And for anybody who was affected by this water to have the medical bills taken care of.
Free medical.
Right. That's what will serve me. Right? And then whoever these other people, they got to step down, pension affected, whatever you're going to do, fine. But I'm more concerned with the greater good and these people getting taken care of. Why is it still not taken care of?
It's crazy.
Like, do I need to do some more digging on it? Like, what is it? Are they in the process of doing it?
No, they're not in the process of doing shit, man.
So they're never going to change the pipes?
No.
So if you're in Flint, you just don't drink the water.
You just drink, bottled water.
Or bathe in it, right? It has to get to the point, even if you bathe in it, it has to affect you.
Bathe in bottled water.
Or filtered water.
Yeah.
And then depending on what the hell is coming through them pipes. How strong is that filter?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody trusting that. So I can't drink no water above 127 in Michigan.
Exactly.
And about to be Detroit. The Detroit pipes need to be changed.
Probably.
Oh my God. That's awful.
And that's crazy that
it's near the largest freshwater source in the United States is the Great Lakes. Michigan should have no problem when it comes to water.
On all those lakes.
All those lakes. The largest freshwater in the United States. California has water shipped in or siphoned in from the Great Lakes as a freshwater source. All people in the West get water siphoned in from the Great Lakes. And you're telling people who live less than 20 miles from a Great Lake cannot have fresh water? The largest freshwater source in the United States. I want to say it might be like the Northern Hemisphere because it's so much, but I don't want to misquote. But I know for a fact in the United States, it's the largest freshwater source. Period.
Shouldn't make no
sense.
The
fuck is the problem? Sad. It's sickening. Who was the people in Michigan? The political people aren't that strong because I don't know why people weren't on that.
You already know why. They voted for Trump.
No, I'm talking about like just why wasn't that? Who is this? Gretchen Whitmer. She the governor.
Mm-hmm.
Gretchen, get the fucking water shifted. What is going on? What's that little Muslim woman?
I can't with Naomi.
Get the fucking water, because I know she came from the Dearborn area. She came from Michigan, right? I can tell you the region, Michigan, Dearborn. Yeah, cool. I get it. Dearborn, the largest area of Middle Eastern folks outside of Middle Eastern area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Largest area.
Yep.
Hey, bitches, we need the water fixed in Flint.
Before the water in Detroit be fucked up too.
Child, I gotta go submit a medical expenses.
To who?
Gretchen. Little Muslim woman. Fuck. I'm so tired of y'all. I'm tired. Maybe I do need to run for something. Maybe I could be like the Donald Trump of the Democratic Party. Hey, little Muslim woman. They would call me on CNN.
You would not make it.
They were like, Naomi.
Calling somebody a little Muslim
woman. Ain't that what she is? Nah, I'm Donald Trump. Ain't that what they are, the blacks?
Racist. Over here.
This is me. I said what I said. Yeah, she's a little Muslim woman. She's like 5'2". All the adjectives I use are correct. They keep judging me and Nova.
Okay. I'm ready for some Shout Out Friday.
Shout Out Friday.
So as always, it's a Shout Out Friday. This is how we reach back. Y'all reach out to us. We reach back by leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review on Apple Podcasts or on Stitcher, shooting us an email, or leaving us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. This is your time. So we got some stuff on Apple Podcasts, baby boo. You want me to read something first?
Oh, no, I'm your baby boo.
Okay. Hussy.
Hussy. Oh, what I say? Oh, hell. No, what I call Mabel? Oh, wench.
Oh, wench. So we got something from Apple Podcasts. It says, here, Neon, from Lady with a Phone. It says, shout out to Naomi overthinking that riddle. I can relate. Here goes 5 stars, Nero. You're on your way to 2,000 reviews. Just don't forget us when you're shooting in the gym with you.
We won't. Y'all are people. The next one says, new subscribe. It says, I'm addicted. Heart, smiley emoji, hand claps by Detroit Reese. And it says, hey, y'all the only I subscribed. I saw What Up Doe. I love it. Listen every day at work, trying to catch up. Black Love Matters. Great content. Great kitchen table talk. And y'all keep it real. Thank you. That's a Detroit nigga. He said, I don't listen to nobody really. He said, I don't subscribe to nobody, but I did it to you.
Right. I seen that.
What he gonna tell you? He gonna set it up.
Look, I seen that What Up Doe. I know y'all niggas are my people.
God, no,
What Up Doe.
Yeah.
Now this one said, now if you don't hit play, from Maya Chris, and it says, I don't usually start a new podcast, but when I do, it better be worth it. Today I press play and can't stop listening. This was the Black Love, Black Joy, that left my heart warm and my stomach hurting from laughter. This is my first review, but today, after 3 years of listening to this thing called podcast, I had to.
Okay, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yes. This is episode 250. Oh, it's from episode 258 by Future PhD. Where you going there?
Oh, my bad.
By Future PhD, and it says, from Mabel missing. Wait, what did it say?
What?
Coming up Jesus. Oh, yeah. It says, Mabel missing to coming up on Jesus 33. I'm tickled. The title of this episode alone is 5 stars. What was 258? Oh, I fucked the poop. Oh, he said everything from the Jesus year to Mabel. Oh, yeah. You know them 33 years, my Jesus year, honey. That's my Jesus year. I got to be ready.
My Jesus year.
You know, you got to do work, right? Jesus put in work that 33rd year. Right, you know. When
this might be my last one too.
It ain't gonna be your last one, but it got to be one of your great ones, honey. Like, you know, I do believe it is something about that Jesus year. I want to make sure I'm right. Anyway, you reading our email?
You can do it because I gotta get the.
Gotta get the voicemails. All right, so it's from Sarah. The subject is networking. The message says, "Hey y'all, not sure if you want. Am I supposed to read this now?
Yeah, you can read.
Okay, I'm not sure if y'all want me to read this on the podcast or not, but I thought I would give it a try.
Shoot your shot.
I've been looking for a new job opportunity for a while, and I'm hoping to connect with someone in Philadelphia area through the Black Love Matters community. I do administrative and customer service work. In the past 2 years, I dealt with a hospitalization and layoff. So now I'm stuck working temp or 1099 jobs due to a spotty employment history. I get lost in the sea of resumes and don't usually have a chance to connect with the hiring manager. I do have skills and experience and just hoping someone will give me a chance. You may have my email, but I'm including some additional context for me in case you're interested. Thank you in advance if you choose to read this for me." Alrighty, so anybody in Philly? Any recruiters in Philly? Any networkers? Where's the Divine Nine at? Where is the Young Black Professionals? What's it called? Urban League.
Yeah, Urban League.
Where's our Philly listeners? Y'all send us some emails about like career networking and career development, professional development, or even if it's the temp work, y'all send us the job that do conversions. You know, it's some temp work that you just go in and do your assignments and leave, right. But there's some of them where they really just trying to just hire some folks. So even that I think would be opportunity. So if anything you can do to help out sis, please let us know.
Yeah.
And whoever reaches out to us, we'll connect you to them.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable like reading her phone number.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
If y'all know somebody that knows somebody, hit us up and we'll put y'all in the connection. We'll connect.
And also I do some looking on my end to see if there's like any like career fairs or like connecting or networking events you can go to too. Sending you good energy, sis. What's for you will be for you.
Yes, indeed.
All right, we got some voicemails?
Yes, we do. You ready for them?
Sometimes, y'all. Sometimes.
No, I'm always
Jeffrey,
ready.
I know we still ain't answered your emails from last week, but it's still there. We're still there.
You know I heard, brother.
Bullshit.
Nah, Jeffrey know I heard.
Hey, Miriam, Nyambi, and Mabel. Hey. This is Dina.
Hey, Dina.
From upstate South Carolina. I really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate it since I found y'all's show so much better. My whole outlook, life, job, love, yeah, all of it. But I really wanted to call about my thoughts on whenever you guys talked about the toxic positivity. Mm-hmm. And I swear this has been my life's work. There were things that I wanted to say on it. The first one I wanted to say is, and y'all touched a little bit on the parenting aspect, but positivity in parenting is so ridiculous.
What?
You can't show emotion to your children, allegedly. And you also can't allow your children to be in their emotions.
Sure can.
So what I found as a single mother is that a lot of times I will be feeling away and I'm not supposed to tell my daughter that I feel away. And then my daughter, who is very much like me and emotional, then doesn't know how to handle her own feelings because she doesn't even see me handling the same feelings.
Right.
For example,
that's deep.
She is 5 and just graduated from kindergarten.
Oh, congratulations.
So, of course, I felt away. My baby is trying to not be a baby anymore.
Right.
So, and she felt away because this is her first time in school. She understood that summer vacation was a vacation. Well,
oh, did she call back?
Yeah, she called back.
Oh, look, you see, I'm engaged in the story.
Yeah, here comes the next one.
Hey, y'all, it's Dina again.
Hey,
I'm
Dina.
sorry. I knew it was going to cut me off, but I just wasn't sure when.
2 minutes.
I'm sorry.
2 minutes.
So what I was saying was, though, is that my daughter was graduating from kindergarten, and she really felt away about it because it was like a marked change. Like summer to little kids is nothing. But she understood that she would have the summer break, and then she would come back to school, and she would not be with that teacher, would not be with that group of friends, all this, that it was a change.
Mm-hmm.
And so the night before kindergarten graduation, or 2 nights before kindergarten graduation, she was kind of sad. And she said, Mommy, you know, I feel sad about this. I'm going to miss my friends. I'm going to miss my teachers and all that stuff. And I was like, well, you know, it's fun, you know, but then after a while, I told her that she had to be positive or whatever. Hold on 1 second, baby, in just a minute. Sorry about that. That was her.
She couldn't listen.
But I had to, you know, I was like, I validated her feelings, and then I tried to give her a positive thought. You know, next year you'll come back, you'll be a first grader, you'll still see these teachers while you're going to the playground, whatever. And then, you know, once she decided to dwell on it, I was like, okay, now we are you tired, are you hungry, whatever. But the next day, I'm telling my homegirl as a mom friend, you know, oh my God, this is what happened, and I don't want my baby to grow up either. And she was just like, well, you have to be strong for her. You can't show her that she's getting that from you. She's feeling that from you. And I'm like, she's really not, though.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
why as a mother do I have to be strong?
Yeah.
And why is showing her that I'm strong, like, literally, she said, you got to be fearless and emotionless about these things. Since when have I ever been fearless or emotionless? Like, you my
friend. She's speaking that truth.
That's true, right? How are we teaching our kids to even recognize and work through emotions?
It's Dina again.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that my mommy friend, she was just like telling me to be this way that she knows I'm not, but also assuming that my emotions had somehow played a part in my daughter's emotions. And I really felt away. First of all, I did feel shame because that is how a good mom is supposed to be. I'm not supposed to, you know, that's what we're told. A good mom is supposed to be there to comfort and then push forward. I'm not supposed to have my own emotions about this. And then I really just, mostly I just felt mad because here come this positive shit again where I just got to smile and take it and show this kind of stoicism that I just don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, how am I supposed to tell my daughter how to process her emotions when I'm pretending like I don't have any emotions?
I agree.
Anyway, so that was one of the aspects I was feeling about that. The other way that we discuss, that we as a community, I feel like, that we press that toxic positivity is by not allowing those external emotions to come forward. I mean, mostly we talk about it in how we treat our boys, but it's also how we treat our children in general, boys or girls.
True.
That I'm just told all the time that I'm not supposed to even let my daughter get worked up. So, I don't know. I feel like the alternative to toxic positivity is kind of like silencing them.
Like a numbness.
Anyway, those are some thoughts that I had like as being a mommy. As far as being a single woman, a lot of the positive talk comes in like, you know, don't let your being single, you know, you have to be the person.
Yeah, you don't want kids to be numb like Nero.
Yeah, it is something that's scary, right? That's sociopath.
Hey, Miriam and Iambi. Hey, Mabel. It's Dina again. This is the last message, I promise.
No worries.
My other thought on toxic positivity had to do with being single, and it's a lot of stuff out there as a single woman that I see that's, you know, first you have to love yourself, or be your own first love or whatever.
That pick me shit.
I just,
not pick me shit.
As somebody who was looking for a relationship, as somebody who wasn't looking for a relationship, that kind of stuff can mess with your head. Like,
yeah, I agree.
We need to stop telling people that they need to be perfect and positive and all that stuff before somebody else can, like, love them. Like, their struggle doesn't invalidate their need or want for love.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I see a lot. So, anyway, I was just calling to tell y'all that I had a lot of thoughts on this toxic positivity. When y'all talked about it, I've had thoughts on it before. Anyway, I hope y'all have a nice night or evening, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that becomes like the shadow, right? When people are like, oh, well, you have to prepare for who you want to be with, right? Like, I think it is important to kind of get yourself together and know who you are, right? But that idea that you have to be completely perfect, right? You got to be, you got to be at your goal weight, know all your scriptures, right? You know what I'm saying? Vegan, right? Like, no, but do you need to be in the path of like knowing who you are, what you want to do? Yeah, and hopefully you get with a partner that y'all can grow and evolve together. That's the point, right? But I agree. That's where that positivity comes so toxic. Like, shit, like, who am I preparing? Jesus himself, who am I preparing myself for? Or the idea that, that there is an end goal, right? Like, it could be very realistically that you might not end up with somebody, right? And it's a lot to that. I'm with you.
And that's perfectly okay, too.
And that's a perfectly okay, too.
Hi, guys. It's Nigel.
Hey, Nigel, girl.
I wanted to call and show y'all some love. Hope all is well. So just two things I wanted to see if you guys had gotten into. I think I told you a while ago. You probably forgot. The show, The Act.
No, I haven't gotten to The Act.
That's a show that I think y'all might watch and enjoy. And also, I don't know if y'all mentioned it before. I probably have to go back and re-listen to a few episodes, but The Handmaid's Tale.
No.
I used to watch that.
Let me tell you, if you haven't, get into it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I got for. So I hope y'all have a good day, and bye.
Who got that Hulu passcode they gonna share?
No, don't give them no Hulu password.
Actually, I do.
Because then we got Spotify, and the thing is, we just need to cancel the Spotify and get the Hulu in Spotify. That's what I'm saying.
Who got that Hulu?
So we're super behind on Hulu just because we didn't do. I don't know what happened. Like something inspired. Who was like, "Fuck it." And I think all like the stuff came out on Netflix, and I've been caught up in Netflix. But everything on Hulu, I am behind on. Handmaid's Tale,
The
Act. I'm going to watch Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, am I going to be able to watch this? That was white women.
I was watching. It was good.
Okay, but was it Pusey's in it?
Yeah, Pusey in it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've read the book, The Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't.
No, I hear you, sis. We gonna watch it. Especially as a summer, stuff slows down for summer.
Hey, Miriam and Naomi, it's Danielle again, one of your new listeners.
Hey, Danielle.
I just listened to the past podcast, and let me tell you about Black Mirror. I was confused throughout the entire thing, honestly. I do agree with you, Naomi, about old girl's hair, because it was like, sis, you could have used some edge control.
It was so distracting.
Lay that down. That's all she was missing. Was a flat iron, one of them little flat irons to get your little edges and some edge control, and she would have been straight. But I do think his best friend wanted to be a transgender woman because he did mention something in the episode where it felt like he was fulfilled or satisfied by being a woman, something of that nature. And the only thing I'm upset about with Black Mirror is that it was only 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was. That was wild.
Right.
They could have kept that Bandersnatch shit.
So what happened to the rest of the episode?
Yeah.
The last thing I want to mention is Linda Fairstein talking about or bringing out or taking out an ad to say that Ava was lying. I'm like,
get out of here, Linda.
Girl,
bye.
It's a literal proof that it was another man.
The man came forward.
It was not these 5 young black boys that you tried to say that they were the ones that raped this woman and another or the 6th man just confessed. No, it don't take all of those men to rape one woman. or it doesn't take all those boys to hold down one woman.
No.
It's ridiculous. But as always, I enjoyed it. Y'all keep me laughing, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Linda. I think she's the most egregious out of all of them. Everybody else almost have took their beatings silently. Like, even this Columbia professor, like, she ain't had no talk back, right? You know, some of these folks is just like, you know what? I'm 70. I still have a pension. I still have a family who loves me. I have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me just fall to the back.
Meanwhile,
but Linda is really putting up a fucking fight.
Crime novels and shit.
Yeah, Linda is really making way too much noise. Silence would be the best answer. You know, often I don't want white people to be quiet, but in this case of the exonerated 5, I think your best option is what lawyers tell you to do. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Don't say a word, right? Like, I think that Linda has just got me more fired up. At least the rest of them has shut the fuck up. But Linda has been way too vocal for me. Yeah. Way too vocal.
Absolutely.
About the wrong shit. That just shows the privilege.
And then she all in the minutia.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at that time. It happened at 8 p.m.
Yo, Black Love Matters family.
Oh, it's Sir Jeffrey calling to get on this.
Naomi, what up, though?
What up, though?
Jeffrey, ID. Just real quick, sorry I'm out of breath. Niggas in the gym.
I know that's right. Stay in that gym.
I was just thinking about the voicemail that I left you guys last week about love languages. I heard, Naomi touched on a little bit, but, I would like to hear more about this because I feel like love languages, attachment styles, whether you're like, anxious or fearful, avoidant, personality types, all of those kind of play a huge part in relationships. And I think that in the early stages of a relationship, those things should be like acknowledged because then you have a better understanding of your person and how to love them. And also another thing is just like acknowledging in the beginning stages of a relationship, like if that person has healed their like inner wounded child or not, like past traumas, because I know that those can definitely have a chokehold on relationships. So, those are just a couple of things to kind of like, talk about, some food for thought, for the Black Love Matters family, just to, build up that Black love. Because I know in the Black community, we deal with a lot more of this than other races. Like trauma and a lot of that. But anyway, this nigga's about to steal my weight machine, so I got to go.
No, I love that, Sir Jeffrey. Thank you. I think you're shaping our next week episode. So doing a combination of all that stuff, right? And really fleshing out and packing what it means, right? And like he said, is that something you talk about early on so you can know what you're getting into? Or as Nyambi says, to get the fuck out, right? Like, how do you do that? But also will say it is something about healing past trauma. Like I said, the Friend Zone had an episode about this where I forgot the young lady's name. I'll get it for when we talk about next week. It's something about learning to parent yourself, right? Like, it's so much trauma that has happened when we were children, right? And we look to those parents, adult figures to kind of help validate us, right? But we've grown. So we have to figure out what we want for ourselves. Right. And we have to tell ourselves and give ourselves what we wanted as children, because when we get triggered in those situations, we're not in our adult mind frame, our body and lived experience. We go right back to that child wherever we were in that space. So that's the truth. That's a word. Right. Like, I even got to recognize that. And, I'm pretty lucky. Right. I came up in a 2-parent household, both loving each other, and they loved me, right? But there's still traumatic things that I remember as a child, right? Like, and you have to be able to heal that. And I think that even goes back to what Sis was saying, like that toxic positivity. What do you mean I can't show any emotion to my daughter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Daughter. Like, so how, if you don't show emotion to your daughter, or child, how do they know how to navigate through that? How do you know? That goes back to like, who taught you how to have sex? Who taught you how to argue?
Nobody.
Who taught you how, maybe to argue? Who taught you how to work through conflict?
Nobody.
Who taught you how to express your feelings?
Nobody.
Right? Like, who taught you these things? Like, these things that have to be taught. You just not, things are innate, right? And we are taught, usually if we're not taught especially how to do it, we do from watching and learning and seeing what other folks do. So again, you see that over and over again, that's all you know. So yeah, it is something to it, right? And the hard part is going through that unlearning too. Yeah. We got another one?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, Miriam and Nami. My name is Edith.
Hey, Edith.
And I have 2 issues, and I'm just going to leave the next issue for the next podcast.
Issues with us?
So hello again, and hello Mabel. Yeah. I am a dog lover. Right. But anywho, so my first issue is that I am a black bi millennial woman living in this society as a person who has radical views, that's considered radical views among others, that probably will rile them up, like being associated with Black Lives Matter and being heavy in politics and just making sure that everything that is going on with Black women is a priority in my life. Yeah. So the issue with that is, well, being considered radical, but I'm being considered radical with my female partner. We have been together on and off for 4 years now, and we live on the opposite side of America. I live in Baltimore at the moment, and she just recently moved to Seattle.
Break up with her.
So, me, like I said before, I am very into politics, especially politics involving Black people. Yeah. Her, on the other end, she's not into politics.
Meanwhile,
she's mostly don't care about anything with politics or Black lives. She said on several times that she really don't, excuse my language, give a damn about Black Lives Matter, the movement. But it's coming to the issue of where these Black politics, Black
she left a note. Just break up with her.
No, don't break up with her. I think it's almost the stuff what Sir Jeffrey was talking about, right? Are we talking about attachment?
Hey, sorry, it's Edith again. I'm going to keep this message very short. Sorry. So to the point, it's come to a situation where these issues are very close to my heart, especially the abortion issue in the 2020 election. And mostly world issues, anything that's causing any issues towards humans at all. So I'm kind of like a left liberal.
Did you fall?
How do I go about speaking to her about this? I know I spoke to her about it before, but should I continue speaking to her about this? Would you consider this a breaking point for someone, knowing that we live on opposite sides of America? And we have opposite views on this very important issue to me. Seeing that you two are a very lovely couple, hopefully you can give me some advice on this. And next week, hopefully I can call in for my other Black millennial issue that I'm having. Thank you so much. Hi, Mabel. Bye.
I mean, I think there's a lot of things. I know Niram said break up. You want some Crystal?
Look,
you want Crystal and Kid Fury break up?
Circuit of Reed, break up with her ass.
No, I mean, I think that could be an endpoint, right? But I always like to try everything. But honestly, I think this is tying back to what even Sir Jeffrey was talking about. We were talking about attachment styles and the way people communicate, right? Like, I'm sure sis, where she's getting this, I don't give a damn about Black Lives Matters, abortion, or all these other topics. That's something. I don't want to do that to people. I don't think that's something she just came up on her own shit, right? That's triggering from some other trauma, right? Is that reading and I'm assuming sis is a Black woman, but if this is a white woman, really break up with her. But but I'm assuming this is a person of color, right? Like, what was happening to her childhood to show that Black lives don't matter, right? Or if you invest your energies in this, right, it's not served. Right, so therefore you don't, right? Like, that's the type of triggers you got to talk about with people, right? This is triggering of something else. I think it goes to styles, but I think it depends how long y'all been together. So how long you've been together, how long have you supported, right? If this is under a year, a couple years, I think it's worth one more college try just to bring it up and say, this is a really priority to me. Are you going to be able to live in peace with each other, right? Are you okay with not being able to talk about this at the kitchen table, right? If you all decide to have a family or expand a family, are you okay with this not being a conversation that everyone talks about, right? I think those are the things that you have to think about and answer, right? And if this is a part of your core life, that's a decision you have to make. And I think that's how you say it. You say it exactly to her, right? Like, to say, this is very important to me, and this is something, I want to have intertwined in my life, and as my family grows, and, invest my money, time, energy into, right? And how is this going to affect our relationship, right? And I think people get a chance to choose from there. And again, when people show you and tell you who they are, you have to believe them. But honestly, I think it is worth another try. Like, especially if y'all like are in a committed relationship, you really like her. But I think it's just time to be super, super honest, right? And again, look at it as if it's not you two against each other, but it's you two against the problem. Right? So what is that, and how do you navigate through it? But I think it's worth a conversation again, and just being super explicit in a conversation, not when it's riled up. Right, like, so not when you're in the midst of it, not when you're about to donate 25, like, just really a raw conversation. Does that make sense? What you think?
Yeah, but if this really means a lot to you, and this is your thing, and also you got these miles in between, and they on that break.
Like, I know, but I think it's important to get to the root of issues, right? Like, that's even I would get. I'm like, I think there might be two conversations. I know you said a lot of times you don't care about this, but can I ask you, like where that comes from?
Break up.
Like, why and what is that? You'll be surprised at what people open up, and you'll be like, oh, sis, you got to get some therapy and unpack that, right? Because it might be some shit where you just got to unpack it, get some therapy, do some healing, some self-healing, and kind of disconnect to it. Because sis said, I think this is worse. She ain't say she was neutral to it, right? I don't care either way. She was like, I hate it.
She said, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't care about none of your hobbies and the things that you care about.
Right? Like, that's what's a little triggering to me.
That's like Naomi saying, I don't give a fuck about no Mabel. Yeah. You gotta go, Mabel Stan.
So the short answer is yes. Ask again. Ask a little deeper questions. Where does it come from? From a place of love. And then after you've really been honest and transparent, depending on how she responds to this, you know what you got to do.
Bring up.
All right, we got another one, or is that?
Nope.
All righty.
As always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a question about anything we talked about today, you head on to the website or that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.